Welcome. This is Team Sky. We're here in Adelaide, South Australia, Radelaide. It's 2 under time, and we've got Team Sky about to be pulled over and questioned by the police. Check this out. This is GoPro footage captured by a walrus rider, JP. And so this is Team Sky about to get pulled over, questioned by the police. Watch this. So the paddy wagon's about to roll in. This is what we call a paddy wagon in Australia. A paddy wagon is a police van where they can pick people in the back. So the police officer's saying, "Hey mate, can you guys pull over? I'm a big fan. I'm a big Team Sky fan. I'm a Team Sky fanboy. I would like to ask you guys about a 58 versus 56 centimeter Pinarello F10. I'm not sure what height, bars, stem ratio I should get. Do you guys mind pulling over just for a few minutes? I know you guys are busy, got to go training, but Team Sky Rider's like, yep, no worries, officer, we'll oblige. We'll just pull over here in the bike lane." So the officer's going to give him a little police escort across the road there and get some Team Sky training tips and hints. And so we thought, it's probably top secret information. We'll just sort of leave the police officers do their thing. Sky's pulled over. That's the walrus rider there in the view, and the paddy wagon's pulled over in the parking zone, and no worries there at all. So we're going to just wait here for the conversations and watch this police officer open the door, just checking, make sure there's no traffic or cyclists. That's how you open a car door. You don't just swing it open to traffic. No, the officer's like, no guys, this information should be public, share it around. Guys, come over here. Everybody wants to get faster up Norton Summit. So this is basically Norton Summit related information, and it is it's not private, public knowledge. So the one officer's already goes, this is my situation. I've been riding for 2 or 3 years. I've got an S-Works tarmac, and I'm currently sitting around 18 minutes up Norton Summit. I would like to crack in the 17s. I just need a few basic tips and hints to help me get a little bit faster. You guys got any tips? Just any Team Sky tips, whatever you learned from Kerrison, etc. Just anything that will help me get better time on Strava. I'd be so appreciative. I'm a big fan. Been watching the Tour de France, blah blah blah. And by the way, where is Mr. Puff? Is Mr. He's in South Africa. Okay, no worries. All right, but yeah, big fan, and big fan of all you guys and what you do. So fantastic. Anyway, just any tips you got, nutrition, training, whatever you got. And so I was like, yeah, no worries, we can do that. A couple of minutes. This is pretty simple, straightforward information. The other officers are like, oh, way out it, guys. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to crack in the 18s. I'm currently sitting 19 and a half. I'm 37. I got 2 kids. My wife's really cool. She's very understanding of my cycling habit. I've been riding for 3 years now, but I just really can't crack into those 18s. Do you really think it's possible? Am I getting too old? What do you think? My partner here is kicking my ass. He's a bit younger than me. Would that make a difference? And Skyrider's like, yeah, no, not really. And so officers like, just give me the tips. Do I need to get new wheels, carbon rims? What's the deal? Like disc brakes? What's going to help me go up? So how about I'll take the power related questions and you take the bike size questions, and we'll share the information at the end. So basically, the officer down the back there is talking about power training, cadence, etc. The officer where you can see his hands now, he's talking about bike fit, emotional support on the climb, etc. So we'll start with the officer down the back there. He's just dropped his pen and picking it up. So he's just asking, so guys, what's the best cadence? What's the best cadence to climb at? And the guy in the white jersey is like, all right, I'll get started. So basically, you want to have anything over 90, anything under 80 cadence. Really, you're producing more fatigue metabolites than you need to. You're producing way more fatigue metabolites than you need to. You want to keep your cadence over 90 when you're going full gas. If you're just going easy with your mates, it's no worries. If you're going real full gas, you want to have that cadence over 90. And the officer's like, yeah, all right, just give me a second, let me write that down. Cadence over 90, otherwise excess fatigue metabolites produced. All right, got that. Any other tips, guys? Any other tips? One of the Colombians like, yep, you got to stay relaxed. Got to stay relaxed in the head, because if you're tightening up, you won't be able to breathe properly, and you won't get enough oxygen to your muscles. It's all about the oxygen. The power comes from the blood. And the oxygen helps the working muscles push the watts. And the officer's like, yep, no worries. And if we just move forward to the officer in the front here, you can see him move over, and he's basically talking to the rider. And so you can just sort of see the jersey that said lawless. And the officer, this is quite funny, because the officer said, hey buddy, what's with the lawlessness on your jersey? What's with lawless? What does that mean? And the rider's like, oh, that should be my last name. And the officer's like, don't be a smart ass. He's like, no, seriously, my lawless is my last name. And the officer's like, oh, okay, sorry mate. So these officers do have a great sense of humour. South Australian cops, they are quite standout in dealings with the public. They're quite personable, and they really are great cops. You know, you hard pressed to find a better cop force in Australia, even in the world. The SAPOL cops, you know, I've had a few situations with them, and they've always been really, really good. So I'm definitely rate the SA cops, and a lot of them ride bikes. There's a lot of cycling cops here. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll get back down to the other officers in the far end of the field. So now we're talking about carbohydrates. So the officers like, so there's this low carb stuff going around. Is that, what do we do? High carb, mod carb, low carb, high mod carbon? What's the deal? And all the Skyriders are like sort of starting to smirk, and they're like, look, you need to carb the fuck up. You need carbs. You need carbs. You need carbs. And the other officers hearing this is like, so is that true? Carbs? How much carbs? And so the Skyriders like basically saying, you know, 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight per day. What? He said 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight per day. I was like, okay, got that. What about per hour? About 1 gram of carbs per kilo of body weight per hour. Officer's like, so what do you use? Sugar, fruit? He goes, yeah, sugar's good. Sugar and water. Bit of sports drink maybe, but sugar and water is all you need. So lighten the bike, lighten the digestion. And officer's like, okay, got it. Okay, so that's definitely high carb. And the rider's like, you got to be high carb. If you don't have high carb, you won't have enough muscle glycogen. You won't be able to push watts. If you want to do 500 watts, 800 watts, you got to have you carved up. You got to be carved up. So that's just the deal there. Another Skyrider's talking in the back there, just confirming about hydration. You know, drink enough water so you're peeing clear every 2 to 3 hours. Otherwise, you're dehydrated. And if you're dehydrated, your blood plasma is going to drop off. So as soon as you start peeing yellow, you're done. And the officer's like, hey, buddy, Colombian, what's the deal? Corn, rice, potatoes, fruit, or sugar? And this guy's like, dude, all of them. Just carb the fuck up. Really? Yeah. You got to. There's no exceptions. You just got to carb. What's your menu planner there? Yeah, fruit for breakfast is good. Maybe fruit for lunch is good. White rice is really good for digestion. Rice at night time. Basically, everything. Yep, Durianrider. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, everything Durianrider says is legit. Yeah, I would recommend that advice. Okay, so you guys recommend Durianrider? Yeah, we recommend Durianrider. It's good shit. So basically, that was just a conversation. Talk about power meters, talk about pacing, not going too hard, carbon the fuck up. But anyway, that's a conversation. That's what happens. Adelaide's a great place. 2 down under. We'll see you there. Got any questions, comments? Hit us up down below. And I've got to get back on the roads and just got to pick up the car. Just dropped it off for detailing, and I almost forgot my helmet. Anyway, always wear your helmet, kids. Always wear your helmet.